Guys, how are we? Vancouver, Stroke No Limits. Hope we're all having a good day. Enjoying the weekends. Uh, some really good sessions over the last couple of days with the guys. On the bike, on the run, and we've been mixing it up, doing some relays and doing some race simulations and stuff like that. A few longer efforts as we're coming into a few. You guys have got a couple of races coming up, so just getting you guys into the hurt locker for a little bit long, so you're getting used to being in those zones and that sort of stuff. So that's the purpose of sometimes the longer efforts. We do need the shorter stuff and the stuff that we're going to focus on speed to develop your strength. But sometimes you do need the longer duration sessions just to get used to being uncomfortable for long periods of time. Because if sometimes people can get cramps, so when you come into a race, for instance, and you do get cramps and stuff like that, it can be, or it can be hydration issues, could be sodium depletion, etc. Sometimes it could be just the muscles not used to being pushed that hard for certain periods of time and for amounts of time, etc. So it's good practice, but also hence to where I'm going to go to now about talking about visualization, seeing goals, envisioning it, and taking practice. So it all goes with the rules of you hear, you see, you do. And that comes down to belief and confidence and everything. So you might hear about a new way of training, a new platform or program or device or this new super drug. It's called life. It's called living your life. No. And like just some things, vitamins or minerals or some things, this special little substance or something that might help recovery or energy or sleep. Could be seeing someone, hearing someone going on a journey of losing 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 30 kilos, uh, completing a marathon, completing a half marathon, triathlon for the first time, learning to swim, all these things. But then you actually see it, you meet this person, or you see it happen to someone, or you might see the product or whatever it is. So then that starts to trigger more things, and like when you hear about a red car, how many red cars do you see? Or if you see a brand or something, and you see it everywhere you look, and it's all in the mind, and it's the way your mind works. You get you it triggers things in mechanisms in your mind and your brain that things start to stand out. They may have been in front of you for the last 2 months, but because it's only just been sort of triggered in the thought patterns that you remember it and you recall it and you recollect it. So you've heard things, you see things. Now that also gives you more belief. So you do things. Hear, see, do. So you hear about it happening, you see it happen, so you do it. So that belief to say, hey, I can run a marathon, I can train for a half marathon, I can do a triathlon, an Ironman, whatever. You can start to follow your patterns of changing your food and start eating better, and that could be also your family being involved as well. Your husband sees you start to run a bit more, sees you start to eat a bit better, so she can do it, I can do it too. And the kids also will follow on part. Your partner, kid, family, friends, circle of influence. Our circle of influence is very important to you and important to us in our journey as well, because we need that support sometimes through the hard times. So involving your friends and your family is very crucial, and that comes down to the visualization of being accountable to that and telling people, this is what I'm doing, this is my goal, because that again will keep you accountable. But we also have to visualize and see. We've seen it done to others, so we have to visualize and see ourselves doing it. Like with my racing and stuff, I always, if I'm training for a particular race or a particular, like Roth for instance, I'll watch videos and I visualize that finish line of Roth. So when I was going through those hard times in the sessions, or didn't want to train, or didn't want to eat the right food, or when I needed to put in a hard effort, I was visualizing that finish line. crossing that finish line, finishing that race, doing that race. So, and if it is you trying to lose weight or doing something, visualize yourself at that weight. Visualize as someone that you may have been in the past, like when before your wedding, could have been 20 kilos lighter, etc. So you imagine and visualize yourself in that wedding dress. Visualization, guys. So hear, see, do, visualize. Making sure that you visualize what you're trying to do, because it'll help empower you and stay strong, and so you make it easier for you to continue that journey. And hey, gently you tell yourself to do it. You say it out loud, and you'll achieve it, and you'll do it. There's been so many stories of people that have said they're going to do something, and they say and they do, and they achieve it. So that's why your goals are very important, guys. So make sure your goals are written down. They're on the fridge. They're coming. Like I've shown you before with your phone. Set them up on your phone so every day they come up and they flash. Your goals, your values, your vision, your visualization. All right, guys. I hope that's a good little tip to start the week off and to continue to be the best version of yourself. Thanks a lot, guys.